Welcome live, everybody, inside the Carlin Lynch Activity Center. It is a matinee for boys basketball. We've been waiting for this one for some time, and here we are. So Durfee in the house to square off against the Dartmouth Indians. The 1:30 game time. It's going to be closer to 2 here as first two games went a little bit long, but we're thrilled to be with you here on this Saturday, February the 5th on DCTV for Southeast Conference basketball. Evan Mashud with you for the broadcast. Let's break it down. The Hilltoppers really having a tremendous season. They're 9-1. Their only loss coming to Attleboro, and that was a game that they were down 3 starters right before Christmas break, and they're 3-0 in the conference. So this Durfee team, we saw glimpses of this last season in the shortened basketball season, and I said last year I would have loved to see how this team would have done in 20 games, because as you viewers know, I do most of the Durfee games in Fall River. So 9-1 through 10 games. They have Javon Holly, who's chasing 1,000 points. He's 111 away. So everything really going right, except for getting screens here on the broadcast, but that's okay. We're in a live aisle as the Hilltoppers are being announced. Live TV. So it's really been a great ride so far for the Hilltoppers. On the other side, the Indians, they're at 4-6. Had a real tough loss the other night at Apponequet, a 1-point loss. But it was a competitive game. Both teams scoring into the 60s. They're 1-1 in the conference. Now, as you know, the conference does not get you an automatic berth into the tournament as it has in previous years because of the implementation of the power rankings and the new structure with the tournament. So the conference essentially gets you a banner, and that's it. But this is a game that if Dartmouth can hang with Durfee, they could upset the apple cart just a little bit. Doing the little things is what's important for Coach Granfield, and he feels that his team is prepared and ready to take on this tough Durfee team. We'll pause for the national anthem. Just about game time here at Dartmouth High. We'll run down the starters, and we'll start with the visitors. The 9-1 Hilltoppers led by head coach Joe DeCruz. Number 1, Javon Holly. Number 14, Jaden Espinal. Number 21, Owen Nowecki. Number 22, Alexis Montilla. And number 25, Jaden Lewis. He's usually wearing number 5. Jersey change today, or rather number 5. Wearing number 25 today on the road. For the Indians, home team led by Michael Granfield at 4-6. Number 0, Aiden Smith. Captain number 1, Dylan Gomes. Captain number 11, Aiden Yim. Number 23, John Emile. And captain number 30, Hunter Mattison. Indians on the court. Hilltoppers break the huddle as we get ready for tip-off here. This was a rescheduled game from back in early to mid-January. I think it was January 11th, the Tuesday. Yeah, January 11th. The Indians, were just getting back from an athletics shutdown, and so it got postponed. And we were originally going to do this game, and then said, maybe we'll go to Durfee. And I was going to cover in Fall River. And then the girls' game at Durfee got changed. We said, let's come back here. So either way, thrilled to finally have this game. It's always a good matchup. The girls' game, which was supposed to happen simultaneously, got moved to tomorrow earlier in the week, and then got moved again. The Lady Indians road game at Durfee, and that is happening on Thursday. And then they'll play on Friday right here. So they're going to actually almost have like a home and home. Next Friday's game here against the Hilltoppers for girls basketball we'll have for you on DCTV as well. I'll be back for that one. Travel called against Gomes, but both sides getting on the board early here in the first minute. There is Holly chasing 1,000 at 889 for his career. That's for three. Espinal's had a big season, and he has a big three here early on. Espinal has really impressed. He's only a sophomore for the Hilltoppers, but he's had a tremendous season, as has that man, Hunter Mattinson. Madison has really, Coach Granfield had lots to say about that was out of bounds. Holly stepped out right in front of us, right in front of the table. But at 6'6", the sophomore forward, Granfield had a lot to say about Hunter Madison. He's really been tremendous for the Indians. Coach expecting great things from him as his high school career goes on. Out to Smith, and Smith gets it in off the glass, his second basket. Holly, great feed down low, and it goes out of bounds. Unable to handle it was Montilla. JV was quite the game. The Hilltoppers JV team with a blowout, 29 points against Dartmouth. And I mean, the number of threes, Mike Fernandez was sitting with me here as I was getting my book ready, and we were just marveling. I mean, it was outside shot after outside shot. It was like ridiculous. I haven't seen anything like that in a JV game in a long time, as that was deflected and goes out of bounds. It will be Durfee ball just on the other side of half court there, as put back into play. Holly with the jumper is good. And a foul. Nowecki shakes his head as Gomes draws it. It's our first miscue of the game. Well, they called the foul. Well, the scoreboard is showing the foul on Montilla, but it was Nowecki who was near the player with the ball, so we'll have to check on that at halftime. Looked like it was Nowecki. Tipped, taken back by Gomes as he sticks the hand in there, and oh, good take, contested shot. Couldn't get it to go. Now Lewis dumps it off. Montilla was the intended receiver of that pass. And we got ourselves a timeout on the court. Saw the official down low indicating 2-5. 2-5. That's Lewis's number, so I'm not sure if we're going to have a foul here. I didn't see a jump ball signal. But nonetheless, a timeout on the court at 4:36. You know, so often we see, records don't always tell the whole story here in high school sports. And, for Dartmouth, 4 of their 6 losses, as Coach was telling me, were 10 points or less. So that's only, 2 possession games really most of the time. So it's not like the losses have been blowouts. And a good example is Apponequet, losing by a point. That's a tough loss. I mean, someone's got to lose, but that's a tough loss. So it's not to say that the Indians haven't been in it and that the 6 losses have just been blowouts. They really haven't been. It's just about, really trying to close the door and start well. Maintaining that throughout. A travel is called. Coach said usually, he says sometimes you'll see kind of a flat start and then it builds. Well, if you can come out, full throttle, that'll change things down the stretch run as well. So those are little things with a sophomore-heavy team, a young team, just 2 seniors. All that will come with time. Durfee's second foul. And it's against Montilla, and they have him as his second. So we'll go with that. Obviously, that first foul not on Nowecki. Free throw from Madison. First one no good as he's at the line for a pair. Still may check on that foul at halftime. I really thought Durfee's first one was Nowecki. He was the only one near the ball. So we'll confirm that, but for now we'll stick with the 2 for Montilla and 0 for Nowecki. 1 for 2 at the line was Madison, and it's 9-7. Halfway through the first. Out to Holly. Wants a NBA 3, and it's short off the front of the iron. Holly tries to get it back, and he's going to get hit with a foul. It'll be Durfee's third. Back to Smith. It was Holly and Smith going at it there at half court. Holly almost had jarred it loose, and then when he went back to try to get it again, that's when he drew the foul. Now out of bounds it goes. Devontae Stewart in for the Hilltoppers. Montilla sitting down after that second foul. Stewart, number 15. Elijah Montero and Jake Chiquito into the game for the Indians. So some substitutions being made on both sides. Lewis might have gotten a hand in there, deflected at Madison, triple teamed, he still gets the basket. Tallest player on the court by far, and he made it work for him. Lewis pulls up, gets it to Holly. 9-9. Espinal for 3. That's number 2. Another deep ball for Jaden Espinal. Pass down low to Emil, it's lost. Nowecki, high pass, it could be picked. No, Lewis able to go up the ladder and get it. Tough shot for Lewis is no good. It's gonna bounce back to Gomes, still loose. No, he corrals it. Behind him is Espinal, passing, looking for Montero, and getting in the way of it was Nowecki. As Donovan Burgo will check in. It'll be put back in play by the Indians. It is their ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Gomes looked like he was going to head towards the paint and try to get a pass in stride. Now he'll get the pass, pulls up, and sinks it. Oh, excuse me, that was Smith, my bad. Smith, his 5th and 6 points on the game. 3 baskets for him in this first quarter. Stewart passing out to Lewis. Now to the point, Espinal loses it. And he doesn't touch it. It would have been backcourt anyway, so the Indians with it. Perfect pass to Madison. First lead for the Indians. Holly from Lewis pulls up, no good. The rebound to Madison. Final 90 of the first. Good pace of play so far. Ooh, that was close to a travel, but Montero gets the benefit of the doubt. Seemed to kind of carry it a little bit. Passing to Espinal, quickly covered up, and it's thrown away. Smith picks it up. Oh, and then he's called on the double dribble. So the turnover gives it back to Durfee after they threw it away. Ariel Pereira checking in for the Hilltoppers as Nowecki will get some water. Pereira, the big man down low for the Hilltoppers, and he'll go one-on-one with Madison. Little body check, give him some room, and he missed the layup. Montero to Madison. A lot of contact there between Pereira and Madison. Lewis, oh, passing to Stewart, and it'll fall in.
Hey, Elijah, you gotta get strong. I see you getting a lot of shoulders. You better pick up now. Come on.
Chiquito to Madison. Pereira trying to jar it loose, and he reached around a little too much, and it'll be foul number 4 for the Hilltoppers, the first for Pereira. That'll reset the shot clock so the Indians can take the final if they want. Madison was not ready for that pass from Smith, but able to corral it as we roll up on 15. Now off to Gomes. They hand it off. Gomes looking for space, covered by Espinal. That's a tough shot, and it doesn't go. Pereira can't hold on to it, and it will be Dartmouth ball with 5.4. So they'll look for an inbound and a quick release.
5 seconds.
Into Montero. Oh, has room. That easy. Oh, it won't go. And no shot. Had a really good look at it, and it just kind of bounced back out after one. The Indians lead it 15-14. Really good first quarter for both sides here. Saw some 3 balls from Durfee. Madison and Smith leading the way for the Indians. 7 points for Madison, 6 for Smith. 6 for Espinal, thanks to a pair of long balls. And single baskets for Holly, Stewart, Nowecki, and Lewis. So the Hilltoppers spreading the scoring out a little bit more than Dartmouth. They're relying more on Smith and Madison, which is exactly what Coach Granfield told me would happen. So the freshman Smith, since coming up, has been really a game changer for the Indians. He's been a spark plug for them. And Madison, the sophomore, leading the charge. Hilltoppers not using much of the timeout between quarters, already back out there. Hargraves into the game now for Espinal, who will start on the bench. Stewart stays out there, a non-starter, as does Pereira with Holly and Lewis. For the Indians, Burgo staying out there, same 5 that left the floor a moment ago. Second quarter has begun here in Dartmouth. Get it to Gomes. Tough take, beautiful drive to the basket for Gomes. That's his first of the night, of the day. Used to saying night. Afternoon game here. Kind of a rarity. Hargraves gets it across the court, almost lost it. Holly back to Lewis. Lewis looking for room, almost slipped. Now back to Holly. Tough take and a late whistle. Holly got clocked in the head, and he's going to go to the line for 2. That's going to be the first foul against the Indians. They had 0 fouls in the first quarter, and it's Burgo picking up his first personal. 2 shots for Holly. And the first one will skip over the front of the rim. Second one will catch the rim as well. 2 for 2 at the line is Holly. Quickly down the court, Madison trying to get around Pereira, and he'll grab the inside part of the rim as well. That was a tough shot, using the glass and able to hook it in. Lewis, that's a tough take as well. And a foul. Second foul on Pereira on the floor. It's Durfee's 5th. And we reset here. Madison passing it off to Montero. Thrown away. It'll be Durfee ball. Hilltoppers have not played since last Friday. At Somerset Berkeley, they won 75-51. So they've been off for a week thanks to the snowstorms. They were supposed to play last night against New Bedford. That got moved to next Wednesday. Stolen. Gomes can't hang on. Lewis has it stripped twice, and he keeps with it. Loose ball. Holly down in the corner. Oh, that was close to a travel as well. Maybe should have been. And it goes out of bounds. Hargraves will inbound. 22 on the shot clock for the Hilltoppers. Corner to Lewis, quickly to Stewart. Holly wide open, takes the 3, and it's no good. Hargraves gets it back as it kicked out toward the arc. Out of bounds. Dartmouth ball. Nice defense. Ted, the Indians' defense looks good. They've been, very handsy with the ball. Trying to jar it loose, almost really taking kind of a play from the Hilltoppers, because that's what we usually see from Durfee. They're very quick, particularly Holly and Lewis, very quick to the ball, always trying to jar it loose. It's that kind of that football mentality. They're both football players. Punch the ball loose, trying to strip it. 6th Durfee foul. And it's against Lewis. Lewis telling the official, hey, my jersey, I was grabbed. But our ref did not see it that way. This is Gomes' first trip to the free throw line, missing the first one. Second one, no good either. Pereira boxing out nicely. Madison on the bench for the Indians as Mason Bouchard has checked in, number 32. So see if the Hilltoppers can take advantage of Madison's absence. He's been very tough down low. Holly calling for it. Off the fingertips, and it's good. Six points for Holly. Gomes, nice pass to him. Around traffic. Now sitting there on the far side, guarded by Espinal, who's checked back in. Baseline. Nice spin move in the paint by Emil. And he's in the book. Gomes blocks the pass. And a travel. Crowd doesn't like it, but close one there against Smith. And to be honest, I thought there were a few earlier that were more egregious than that didn't get called. But nonetheless, it is the call. So Durfee gets it back. Holly trying to get by Yim and loses it. Picked up by Emil. That's going to fall. Smith gets it to bounce in. 8 points for Smith, a 3-point Dartmouth lead halfway through the second. I'll tell you one thing, again, and it goes back to Dartmouth's defense. You know, both these teams have not played each other yet this season, but a lot of bad passes for Durfee, and I think it's from the pressure of Dartmouth's defense. Don't usually see this many turnovers or errant passes by the Hilltoppers. They're usually pretty good protecting the ball. Foul is going to be on Madison, who just checked back in. Second team foul for the Indians, and Pereira will take 2 shots. And the first one is good. That one will trickle in as well. Small sample size, but the Hilltoppers are a perfect 4 for 4 at the line, whereas the Indians are only 1 for 4. And they'll get to add to that. Holly wanted to travel, but there'll be a foul against Durfee. It's going to be their 7th, so the Indians are into bonus now for the remainder of the half. It is Holly's 2nd foul. And it's Yim heading to the line, his first trip. 2 shots, first made. Both shots made. Well, that'll up the percentage a little bit. 50% now at the line. And the lead back to 3. Another bad pass. Very uncharacteristic, and I'm chalking it up to having a week off for Durfee. Oh, that's going to be a jump ball. Hilltopper's getting up. Gomes steals it again. Sticking the hand in. There's Mickey Sari, and he's going to get hit with a foul. Number 8 for Durfee, his first, and back to the line is Gomes. 1-1. And it's a miss. So 0 for 3 is Gomes at the line. Pereira gets the rebound. Holly out to Espinal. And now to Sari, back to Espinal. Holly to his left, they'll go to Sari. Sari's gonna take the open 3, it's gonna be short. Almost jarred loose. Smith has his man. Beautiful pass to Yim. That's out of bounds. Coach DeCruz talking to Sari and saying, hey, you had your open man in the middle of the court. Why you work on the sideline? And now a timeout called by the Hilltoppers. A wise timeout. Durfee with just 7 points here. 8 points here in this second quarter. The Indians have put up 12 and they've extended their lead. Durfee uncharacteristically sloppy here in this first half. Now, over the last season and a half here, they've been typically very strong coming out of the locker room at halftime. So we'll see if they can turn things around here before the half is over and heading into the locker room. We'll see, but the Indians have done a great job at forcing mistakes and limiting shots for the Hilltoppers. Dartmouth will have it near the scorer's table, and it's going to be Chiquito inbounding to Smith. We go to Madison. Double teamed. And now around the arc they go. Chiquito comes back, gives it to Gomes. Gomes looking for space. Pereira jars it loose. Gomes steps out of bounds. Oh, that was a good attempt to keep it in, but the foot came down a split second too soon. And Pereira sticking the hands in to loosen the ball. Ooh, Holly took one up on the chin. You saw his neck kind of snap back. No foul. And no shot for Pereira, missing the easy layup down low. So Dartmouth gets it back. Looking for more points. Off the fingertips of Yim, no good. Pereira stretching for the rebound. Excuse me, that was Chiquito, rather, who put that one up and missed. Espinal, long three is good. Oh, kid can hit it from outside. That was almost NBA range right there. That was a deep three. Hilltoppers' 9th foul. And it's going to put Smith at the line for a 1-and-1. Foul comes against Jaleel Simmons, number 23, who just recently checked in. Pereira's now on the bench. Got some good rebounds. First shot does not go. And it goes to Montilla, who just came in to replace Pereira. So Durfee takes it back. Under 90 seconds here in the first half. And the Hilltoppers, we hear the whistle. Not a good pass again. Simmons that time not passing smoothly. Chiquito will get hit with his first foul. It's the 3rd team foul for Dartmouth. Stewart picks it out of the air, goes to Holly, who's double teamed in the corner. Oh, and that's going to be another foul. Smith going in hot and heavy there on Simmons, excuse me. First foul for Smith. And now we'll inbound on this side. It'll be Espinal to Holly. Pulls up off the front of the rim, tipped. Great extension right there from Montilla, who came flying in but then lost it as Gomes picks it off. That's good for Smith, who's up to 10 points. All from the field here in the first half. The lead is 4. Espinal out to Holly. Holly sets for 3. No good. Not feeling the outside shot in this first half is Holly. That's tipped, hung on to by Emil. Tough drive, no good. Holly has it for the final 15. The Hilltoppers will look for some points. And Holly banks it in.
That wasn't a foul? That wasn't a foul, Joshua? No.
10th foul for the Hilltoppers. It's the 3rd for Holly. And it's going to be 2 shots for Gomes, who has not hit any yet in 3 tries. Not feeling it. He shakes his head. So 0 for 4. 6 seconds on the clock. The Hilltoppers will have maybe just barely enough time to get it across half court and maybe a desperation shot.
Don't give up an easy bucket.
Gomes gets the shot. It's stolen back by Montero. We can't get it to go. Yim loses it, and it goes out of bounds. (30-27). The Indians lead it at halftime as they throw up another 15 points. Durfee held to just 13 in that second quarter. I'll tell you, I know I said it during the last timeout there about 2 to 3 minutes before halftime. The Hilltoppers, kind of an uncharacteristic game for them, not protecting the ball very well. A lot of bad passes, giving the Indians plenty of looks, plenty of possessions. They'll have to make some adjustments. 9-1 record for Durfee, a 4-6 record for Dartmouth. The Indians up by 3 at the half. We'll be back with the third quarter in about 9 minutes' time. You're watching live basketball on this Saturday afternoon on DCTV. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Carlin Lynch Activity Center. Evan Massoud with you on DCTV. This Southeast Conference matchup between the Hilltoppers and your Dartmouth Indians. Welcome back. Great to be with you this afternoon. Tight ball game, a little tighter actually than I would have expected, just at least on paper. And a 30-27 score with Dartmouth leading here after 16 minutes of play. So, one of the things, and I mentioned it kind of heading into the break here, Hilltoppers are not protecting the ball very well. And part of that, I credit Dartmouth's defense. They've really been scrappy in terms of, getting the hands in there. They've been quick to the ball, trying to jar it loose, and that's really right out of the Hilltoppers playbook. So they obviously did their homework against Durfee. I think for the Hilltoppers, they have to do a better job at protecting the ball. When they drive into the basket, they got to hang on to that ball. They got to try to make and finish those drives, and they haven't done a great job at that. I would also say they got to limit the fouls. The Indians with just 4 fouls in the first half. Durfee ended up maxing out at 10, 6 of which came in the second quarter alone. So little things. Dartmouth's doing the little things right now, and the Hilltoppers are not. So that's, oftentimes what it comes down to. The Indians start this third quarter with the 3-point advantage. Madison can't get the second effort to go, and it'll be Durfee ball. Update for you Durfee fans. Javon Holly had 111 points away from 1,000 coming into the game. He's only 103 away, as he's got 8 points in the first half. So sitting at 897 for the career. And Holly with the ball now, number 1 for the Hilltoppers. Couldn't get that one to go. And again, Durfee hasn't played in a week, and I really think part of the struggles today is because of that. And multiple postponements because of the weather. They haven't played since last Friday against Somerset. Out to Lewis. Lewis gets it off to Nowacki, and it falls off the left side of the rim. Beautiful pass to Madison, who has struck for 2 quick baskets here to open the third. He's got 13 points. Holly, starter step. 3 for Espinal, no good. And Dartmouth's 7-point lead here, the largest advantage for either side this afternoon. Out to Madison. And I think they're calling him out of bounds just prior to getting the ball. He had a wide open 3. Plenty of space in front of him, nobody near him, but he'll turn it over. And so will Durfee. Holly lost it. Driving the lane. Lewis up the ladder for the rebound. Beautiful pass down low, and it will not go. They'll get the kickoff. Holly will sink the jumper after Montilla got the rebound. Down low to Lewis. All ball. What a block from Gomes. He has been tremendous defensively. Bit of a scrum there between Lewis and Gomes on the jump ball. Out to Nowicki. It was tipped by Montero, but he keeps it. Espinal looking for space. Out to Nowicki from the free throw line. It's no good. And it'll be Smith taking it back. Gomes can't hold on. Holly driving through traffic. All 5 defenders. That's unbelievable. All 5 players Holly drove through. The foul is on Madison, and Holly with a chance at a 3-point swing. So basket counts. And now he'll take the single free throw. Basket good. 13 points for Holly. And he's crested over 900 career points. 98 away from 1,000. Two-point game. Hilltoppers on a bit of a run here. Oh, Madison got it back, and he's fouled by Montilla. What an effort. Montilla's 3rd personal foul, 2nd team foul, and Madison at the line for 2. First one made. Only other trip to the line came way back in the first quarter. He went 1 for 2. Montilla will take a seat as Pereira comes in to replace him. Pereira with 2 fouls on the day, on the afternoon. Both free throws made by Madison. And it's a 2-possession game again. Holly passing to Lewis, sets for 3. Got it! Big 3 from Lewis. Indians with no 3 balls this afternoon. Hilltoppers with 4 of them. Lewis with a nifty move. Blocked down low by Montero. Lewis gets it back to Pereira. Coach DeCruz not happy, looking for the foul, asking the officials what they're looking at. He went all the way to the baseline. As Pereira looked to have the arm grabbed. It's stolen back by Holly from Montero. No shot. Foul's on the floor, and it'll be the first against Montero. Things getting a little chippy here, and Coach DeCruz now back to the official who was baseline and asking for an explanation. Seems that all is well and good now, but goodness gracious, been a wild couple minutes here in the 3rd. The intensity has picked up as the Hilltoppers a basket away from retaking the lead. That's been all back to Holly. Nowecki, baseline, pass to Pereira is good. Puts it up and in. And the Hilltoppers have retaken the lead. Holly with the steal again. Trying to get through. And a jump ball. We'll give the ball back to the Indians. Hilltoppers have outscored the Indians 10-6 here in this quarter. Pass across to Smith. Back now to Emil. Good drive to the hoop. Can't get it to go. Pereira got it now. Espinal one-on-one with Gomes, and he draws the foul. That's what you got to do. Don't let him get to the ball. For the Indians, it's foul number 4. Second foul for Gomes, both coming here in the third. Out to Lewis in the corner. Now Nowecki. Holly to his left, Lewis to his right, back to Lewis. Lewis thought about it and thought better of it. Oh, bad pass, threw it away. Coming from behind on Smith. Smith puts it up and in. 12 points for Aiden Smith. Freshman guard. Espinal pulls up, it's short. Nowecki got the hand on it. Smith with the rebound. Espinal trying to jar it loose. Smith puts it up, no good. Madison and Pereira. Madison puts it in. Smith is down, slow to get up on the baseline. He went kind of spiraling down, and he will limp off as he grabs his left side. His left knee. That's not a good thing to see. Well, the Indians will have to do without their spark plug, Aiden Smith, at least for a while, but he seems to be in some pain. He really went down awkwardly on that drive to the basket as he kind of almost did a 360 and flipped it up over the shoulder, and he went tumbling down. Holly looking for space. Oh, what a move, baseline. That won't go. Pereira trying to put it back. He cannot. The rebound goes to Burgo. Madison looking for space. Pereira defending very toughly, puts it up. It won't go, and Pereira gets the rebound. That was some great defense. Great job by Madison to put it up, but even better defense there. Lewis! Basket will count! Third foul on Gomes. 15 foul. And Lewis is winning that one-on-one battle. Pereira couldn't get the rebound, couldn't hang on. The free throw is no good from Lewis. So the Hilltoppers will trail by 1. That's a travel called against Gomes. And Gomes will head out to the bench as Emil comes in to defend him. So now, in terms of point getters and defense, Smith and Gomes on the bench. It's Madison really who's left in terms of the starters who have been playmakers today for the Indians. Out to Lewis for 3. That's well short. May have been tipped. Pereira corrals it. Now Espinal. He wants 3. Looks good. It's good! Espinal's 4th from downtown, and it puts Durfee back ahead. That's all he hits is 3s. And a turnover for the Indians. Smith coming back in. That was a short stint on the bench for someone who was in a lot of pain and was limping. Good to see him back in so quickly. As Montero ends up heading to the bench. So Smith back out there. That's great to see. Espinal gets the inbound pass from Holly, who will now get it back from him. Quick out to Nowecki for another three. Dribbles in, and it goes. Wow, I thought that was going to pop back out. Two huge long balls for the Hilltoppers, and a quick 6 points puts them up by 5 as we near the end of the third quarter. Madison, again, defended by Pereira, who's not giving him much room at all. Passing to Chiquito. Now dumping it off, and a bad pass. Tough pass, but an errant pass nonetheless to Emil, who couldn't hold on in the corner. And that'll give Durfee the ball with 28.2 remaining in the third. Down into the corner to Nowecki, back to Holly. They'll try to bide some time and eat some of the clock. Smith goes down. Holly for three, and it is good! 3 straight from downtown for the Hilltoppers. Wow, the complexion of this one has changed drastically in the last 90 seconds. Indians led by 3 heading into the quarter, and the Hilltoppers just dropped 21 in the third. Thanks to 9 points on 3 balls in the last 90 seconds. And they hold Dartmouth to 10. Holy cow. I saw Durfee coming back from the locker room, you know, maybe a little sharper, but did not expect that. That was quite the third quarter. A 3 ball from Holly there at the end of it. Espinal with a 3, Nowecki with the 3, and Lewis had a 3 earlier in the quarter. Another strong quarter from Madison, but he was really the only one. 8 of the 10 third quarter points for Dartmouth at the hands of Hunter Madison. So he's the reason that the Indians are really even in it right now. 3-possession game as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Hilltoppers have closed out games tremendously well this season. That has been something in the past that, you know, they've struggled with. So to have that kind of a spark for a quick 9 points in the final 90 seconds of the third, now you head into the fourth and you have an 8-point lead. I'd be concerned if I'm Dartmouth now. Final 8 minutes here at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center. Nowecki wants another. That'll be off the mark. Flying in is Lewis, but he'll give it up as Chiquito has it. Indians start the quarter with Gomes on the bench. And that's a foul. Smith got taken out by Lewis. This will be Lewis's 3rd foul. Durfee's 3rd team foul. I do want to clarify those first 2 fouls of the game. I thought one was against Nowecki and one on Montilla. They were indeed both on Montilla. We did check on that at halftime. Basket good from Smith. Smith with 13 points after that one. Looking for 14. And he's got it. 2 for 2 at the line. Madison up to 17 points. Holly to 16 after the 3 at the end of the quarter, and he needs 95 for 1,000. Obviously not going to come today, but the countdown is definitely on for the senior from Durfee. Takes the 3 from the corner. Oh my goodness. First of all, I don't know how he cleared the defender to even make that shot. Another 3 for Holly, and he's up to 19. And reaching around there was Nowecki. I think he's going to get hit with the foul. It'll be Durfee's 4th. Nope, calling it on Espinal. So it must have happened on the opposite side from me. I saw Nowecki, you know, kind of reached in Thought that, and that's where the whistle came, so I thought they were going to tag him with it, but nonetheless, Espinal picking up his first. Madison, basket goes, and draws the whistle. Durfee up to 5 fouls. And the foul on Espinal, 2 straight for him. Basket is good. And that puts Madison at 20 and a timeout called by Coach Granfield. 6-point game with 6:44 to play. So just like that, 2 straight fouls. And the basket, a 5-point swing for Dartmouth. And it's 51-45. Next up for Durfee, they will have Bridgewater Rainham on the road on Tuesday, and then they'll be home on Wednesday for New Bedford, the rescheduled game from yesterday, and then they'll host Dartmouth next Friday, the rematch of this one. For the Indians, next up, they have Bishop Conley on Monday. Well, actually, I take that back. There's 2 games scheduled for Monday at 6:30. Conley and Bridgewater Rainham. So we'll try to confirm that for you. Wednesday, they'll have Old Rochester. And then again, Friday, the rematch here. Holly is fouled. It's on the floor. 6th foul for Dartmouth, their first here in the 4th quarter. They had 5 in the 3rd, and it is Madison's 3rd. Go out to Lewis. Pereira. Out to Holly, wide open, wants another corner 3, and it's off the front of the rim. Holly will pick it up before it goes out of bounds. Dragged that left foot, almost went out of bounds. Kicked ball. And the Hilltoppers will re-inbound. Lewis looking for space, driving the lane. Tough shot, and he makes it. Pereira blocks it, takes it away. Pass to Lewis, no good. Espinal can't put it back up. Smith comes away, 3 versus 1. Great pass down low to Burgo. Down the other end, Holly got down there quickly and it falls off. Madison from the free throw line, short. Lewis comes away with it. Down to Pereira against Smith, off the glass. Basket good. 6 points for Pereira. Emil almost lost it. Nowecki defending him tight, and a foul. This one against Nowecki, his first personal. Hilltoppers up to 6. Two shots coming for Emil. Stewart ready to check in for Durfee. Looks like he'll be replacing Nowecki. And it looks like Gomes getting ready to come in for the Indians. He'll replace Burgo. Both free throws made. In 7 attempts, the Indians have not missed a free throw in this second half. Great pass to Pereira. Holly giving it up to him. Selfless basketball. Smith trying to get by Lewis. Pereira takes it out of the hands of Madison. Holly corrals it down in the corner, spin move, and he gets freed up. What a take, and he draws the foul. First free throw for Holly is good. It puts him to 20 points on the day. I wanted to say night again. Come on, Evan. Fourth foul for Gomes, who just checked back in. This is the 7th team foul for the Indians. Holly hits them both. And he's up to 21 for the game. And at 9-10 for his career. 10-point lead for Durfee. And Pereira is going to get called on a foul. Both teams now into bonus, 7 apiece, and it's the 3rd for Ariel Pereira. Back to the line goes Emil. Just went 2 for 2. Missing that one. Oh, what a difference a trip makes. That's a tough one there. Emil hit both his free throws the last time, and now just about a minute or two later, in terms of gameplay, missing both this second time. Stripped a good sticking the hand in there was Chiquito to steal the pass. Got it to Smith, who lost it down low, right in front of Fernandez on camera. And we'll have to wait for the inbound as we go back into the timeout. We are on the south side of the 4-minute marker, the halfway marker here in the 4th. A 10-point Durfee lead, the largest advantage for either side in this afternoon's contest. The Hilltoppers, Division I in the playoffs, obviously. You don't see as many Division I teams down here on the South Coast. And the playoffs, Durfee has struggled over the last few years when they do make the tournament because they're not quite, haven't played to that D1 level, if you will. I'm not trying to take anything away, but it's the truth. If you're not playing, it's like you get up to Newton, Wellesley, all those teams in the Boston area, for example, which we've seen so many times in the playoffs, tends to be challenging for the Hilltoppers. But this year, this core group of seniors for Durfee have they have the chance to do something special, as Madison is having a special game. 22 points. But Durfee with a chance to, potentially make some noise. And now with, D1 being a full playoff bracket across the state, not just sectionals, may see some opponents you've never seen before. Offensive foul is on Pereira, and a mock cheer from the crowd who haven't liked the way he's been boxing out today against Madison, and happy that the refs finally made a call. He's been called on 3 other fouls before that, so I'm not sure what more they're looking for. But Pereira's a senior, Holly is a senior, Hargraves is a senior, Lewis is a senior, Botello, who hasn't played today, is a senior, Nowecki is a senior, Gomes Jr., there's a lot of seniors on this team for the Hilltoppers as Smith hits the first of the 1-and-1. This team's going to look just like football. I said it at the end of the football season. This is going to be a very different basketball team next year. Both shots good for Smith. Oh, if the Hilltoppers want to make some noise and go anywhere, this is the year. This is their opportunity. It's a tight group of players who've been playing together since Coach DeCruz was the freshman coach here at Durfee. Hargraves lost it, out of bounds. Dartmouth ball. It's just a 6-point game with a lot of time left. Lewis coming back in for Hargraves, who's going to go back to the bench. And now Gomes will come back out. He's got 4 fouls. Pereira has 4 fouls. Back on the bench, Stewart is out there. Oh, no, excuse me. Pereira's back deep on the court. My bad. Smith lost the ball. Kept in by Holly, who went down for it. Lewis picks it off, or picks it up, rather. Stewart down in the corner. Out to Lewis. And Coach DeCruz calls timeout, wants to reset here. Durfee will have 23 seconds on the shot clock when they come back from the timeout. $11 points in this fourth quarter for the Hilltoppers. 13 for the Indians. Espinal will inbound for the Hilltoppers. They'll get it to Holly. Holly wide open for 3. Boom! 3 straight baskets from the field for Holly have been from downtown. That's a long 3, and it's going to be off the mark. Great effort to keep it in by Montero, but Lewis comes away with it. Going to Pereira, up the ladder. Almost a travel. It is a travel. Nine-point game. That was a huge 3 from Holly. The Hilltoppers did a great job at getting him free. Now Lewis steals the ball. Espinal will put it up and in. 11 points for Jaden Espinal, an 11-point Durfee lead. 5 straight points for the Hilltoppers. Pereira with the block. It'll go out of bounds, and Dartmouth rather, will keep possession. They'll have 16 seconds on the shot clock. I'm not sure the shot clock is right, actually. They didn't use 15 seconds to get across the court. Well, it's not going to matter now, as Lewis will pass down the court to Holly, who pulls up and stays in bounds. Wow, close to the baseline. Now Lewis, tough jumper, will not go. Pereira trying to get it, cannot. And he goes down. Nice basket there for Emil. Highly contested shot. Holly with the floater, and it floats right over the basket. A little too strong on the soft shot. Out to Smith for 3. No good. Off the front side, wide right. 2-on-1. Lewis to the basket. 13 points for Lewis. Pereira with the rebound as we roll up on a minute. Oh. Foul number 10 for the Hilltoppers. It's an offensive foul called against Lewis, his fourth. With 1:03 to play, Lewis is going to come off the court. Simmons almost got a handle on it, and now he'll be fouled as he reached around again. Team limit for Durfee. Second foul against Simmons. 2 more shots for Emil, who's been to the line 3 times now in this fourth quarter. 2 for 4. And it goes. Two for 2 trip that time, 4 for 6 in the game. Holly gets the pass, his double team tries to get through, and he draws the foul. It'll be team foul number 8 for the Indians. Second against Smith, who had one back in the second quarter, and now Holly will go for a 1-and-1. 5 free throws today, all 5 made. That one, a miss. Oh, the rebound goes to Stewart. Now out to Espinal. Wants another. That looks good. And just short off the front of the rim. Had 4 from downtown in this game. Madison puts it up and in. And a timeout called by Coach Granfield of the Indians for Madison. That gives him 24, so he's tied with Holly for the game high. Seven-point game in the final 40. So another example here of a game that has been a close game. Back and forth. Inbounding to Holly. Holly trying to get through. Ball is stripped away by Yim. And then Simmons, who looked to have all ball, is going to get called on the foul. Ball went flying the other way. Two shots for Montero. First trip to the free throw line. First shot misses. You know, the Hilltoppers are maxed out with fouls. They're not the ones that need to be looking to foul right now. Nice team foul for the Indians, and it's going to be on Madison, his 4th. And we'll go back down the other side of the court for a 1-and-1 as Pereira drew the foul. One and one for Pereira. He had one trip to the line back in the second, and he hit both shots. First one's good. He'll get to take a second. Both shots made, nothing but net, and the Hilltoppers have hit the 60-point mark. Excuse me, they're up to 68, my bad. The 20-point mark for the quarter. 20 seconds to go, and it's picked in the air. No good from Emil. Simmons throws it away, and a foul is called against, it looks like Stewart, for wrapping around Gomes. It is against Devontae Stewart. Team limit and 2 shots for Gomes, who is just 1 for 5 at the free throw line this afternoon. Those 5 shots coming in the second quarter. And another miss for Gomes. Tough day at the free throw line for Dylan Gomes. That one goes. And another timeout. 12.3 on the clock. Those 2, that free throw there putting the Indians at 60 points for the game. Well, seeing the boys here, for me at least, the first time seeing Dartmouth's team, I'll tell you, this is a young team that knows how to compete. They're fast, they're tall, they're a big team, particularly compared to Durfee, who's usually a bit undersized. So I'll tell you, sky's the limit for these Indians over the next couple seasons as the freshmen and sophomore become upperclassmen. And I think it's going to be a fun couple seasons. I mean, and it's not really a bad season this year. It's just the record just not reflective of, how they've played. Going to drop to 4-7 if this score holds up, which it sure looks like it will with just the 12 seconds left. But I'm impressed with this Dartmouth team. Bounce pass into Stewart. Goes out of bounds. Pereira went down on the far side. He and Madison having a good laugh about it. Stewart will go to the line as the Indians max out on fouls. It was against Emil, his first of the game. And Stewart's going to take 2 shots. They had 1 foul left before they maxed out. Stewart hits the first one. Second one does not go. Madison picks it out of the air. They go to Smith, quick 3 at the buzzer, it's good! Smith knocks it down, 2.1, and coach calls timeout. 19 points for Smith. And it's 69-63. Two seconds on the clock. Simmons will inbound. Down the court, ball in play, no foul. Basket will not count. And that is the game, 69-63, the final. Hilltoppers hang another 21 points on the Indians in the fourth, so they finish very strongly here after kind of a lackluster start. The Hilltoppers with 21 points in the third, 21 points in the fourth, 42 points in the second half, en route to the victory. Holly inching closer to 1,000, finishes this game with 913 points to his credit, needs just 87 to hit that plateau of 1,000 points in his career for the Hilltoppers. For the Indians, they're going to drop to 4-7, but a great game for Dartmouth, a very competitive game. They gave the Hilltoppers all they wanted in this one, but come out on the short end of it by 6 points. Next coverage for DCTV here coming on Wednesday at UMass Dartmouth College Hoops. Corsairs coverage from the trip. So stay tuned for that one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks. Final score one last time from Dartmouth High. 69 for the Hilltoppers, 63 for the Indians. For our great crew behind the scenes, I'm Evan Massoud. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.